Too Close to Call is a sports talk radio show brought to you by Kevin Mahalik, featuring commentary on the week's biggest sports news and events and engaging behind-the-scenes player interviews. While specializing in Philadelphia sports, Too Close to Call will also discuss issues and events happening on a national scale.
Eagles by 8. Brady lines them up. He's back again. He steps up. He's hit. He stumbles. He is throwing it deep for the end zone, and it is batted around and incomplete. And the game is over. The game is over. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Aloha and hello out there, everybody. What's going on? This is Miho with Too Close to Call Sports, and this is the Road to Victory podcast, where we are back after a little bit of a hiatus with my co-host, as always, Pags. Pags, what's good, man? Welcome back to the show.
Oh, road to victory, more like road to freaking mediocrity. That's what it's been this whole fucking year with this team.
Hey, second year in a row at this point, we're 5-6. We got them right where we want them, Pags.
Yeah, except we don't have that safety net of Nick Foles to bring us out of the fucking slump.
Oh, boy. We'll get to that a little bit later here in the podcast. But I know you, sir, you've been coaching here these past couple months, high school football, so your birds watching has been a little suspect. You were finally able to catch a few games here recently, man. Take me through some of your thoughts about what could be happening.
I finally went to the game on Sunday, watched that putrid fucking offense go out there. I mean, it's a classic fucking Eagles season where the defense gets diced all the beginning of the year. Our offense is scoring, but the defense can't freaking stop anybody. And now all of a sudden the defense has held two prolific offenses to 17 points each, and you freaking lose the game. And it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating to watch this team play right now.
Well, you were there, man. What was your big takeaway from the offense?
Besides Wentz playing probably the worst game I've ever seen him play, the O-line, man, they just got pushed around by these freaking Seahawks. They couldn't establish the run, and I know they didn't have Jordan Howard. Maybe that helps. But you have Miles Sanders who can get you 5-6 yards a carry. He did that in the first half of the Patriots game. But I really think they're doing a disservice to Dillard by moving him left to right, right to left. I understand Lane's out, but I'm really down on JP lately, because if you're JP, you've had this safety net of Vitae and now Dillard. You finally play this whole game. I just feel as a older offensive lineman, moving him to right would have been the best situation for the Eagles, because Dillard was playing so well at left tackle with having Lane at right, and then Lane goes down with this concussion. I just feel like it's doing this team a disservice, not just for this season, but for years to come, by putting Dillard in, getting his ass worked, because he's never been in a right-handed stance his entire life, and then benching him in the second half. I mean, what does that do to a young player like that? It just fucking demolishes his confidence. And that just really pissed me off. And I hear Jason Peters at the end of the game saying, oh, maybe I'll decide to go to the right side of the line. Well, why wouldn't you think of that the week before when you have Jadeveon Clowney, who didn't even fucking play, and Ziggy Ansah going into the game? I just felt like you would want your rookie to be in a more comfortable position and let a veteran player make the switch rather than your fucking rookie first-round draft pick.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because if you're doing that, you're getting worse at two positions and not just one. Dillard is not.
I would argue Dillard's better right now than Peters at left tackle.
Dillard has not even been close to Peters at left tackle.
I think he's going to be better.
Dillard
in
this
the long
year,
run, he will be.
Dillard has sucked wherever he's been on the field this year, man.
Nah, dude, I don't think so.
Oh, dude, you haven't even been watching the games. How can you possibly say that? You haven't even been watching.
Watching it. I've been recording it and watching it.
Well, then you are watching the wrong recordings, because he has been god-awful this entire year. And
well, then why do you put him in?
Because he's your best option.
Why don't you roll Vitae out there?
Because Vitai's worse than Dillard. That's how bad this whole line's been, dude. Vaitai, they put him at guard because he's our best backup guard, and apparently Brooks, without Lane Johnson, his puking buddy, can't play football anymore. It's, him and his life issue going on. I guess we, can't get into that, but still, dude, you don't have Johnson, so that means we don't have Brooks. You have to look at that as a package pair from now on, obviously, because you either have the best right side offensive line in football or the worst right-sided offensive line in football. That's ridiculous. But, dude, Dillard is just getting put on his ass by fucking dudes who are my size. It's embarrassing to watch him play football right now.
Dude, Peters gets fucking dominated, too. He's so slow off the ball. It's just, age has finally caught up to this O-line, and we've ran it out for so many years. And that's why you got to let Dillard just take his lumps. Because in the long run, he's your long-term left tackle, whether they move Lane to left and put him at right or whatever they decide to do in the future. Having Lane out is always a killer. Because I think he's one of the best offensive linemen in football. And then adding Brandon Brooks with that, if they are a paired package, it's 100% right that you have the worst right side to the best right side in football when those two, if they're a package deal, if that in fact is why Brandon Brooks is having his issues. You're not going to win like that.
You can't put Dillard in at left tackle over Peters because that sends the message that you're not trying to win this year.
Your more experienced player should be able to make the switch, and maybe he gives you more than what Dillard's giving you at right, and at least Dillard is comfortable in his side of the ball, in his pass sets and everything like that.
Based on your earlier point, if benching Dillard shrinks his confidence, then this kid is a huge pussy. Let's go, man. You're playing right tackle. We know it's not your position. You made that abundantly clear, subconscious, passive-aggressively with your comments to the media of, oh, it's like writing an essay right-handed, and then the coach is just being like, no, it's cool. Now just do everything with your left. Thanks, bro. So you're real confident going into this football game. So me as a quarterback, I'm feeling real good about my soft-served ice cream right tackle out here who just gets pushed on his ass 24/7. He's an embarrassment. He needs to be punched in the mouth.
Let him take his lumps. That's what I'm saying. You don't take him out of the game.
Oh, you can't put him in like that, dude. You already know he's soft-serve ice cream. He's going to get your quarterback hurt. That kid is going to get your quarterback hurt. You cannot put him in the game.
Yeah, but so is Vaitai. What is the best option? I mean, I think we're just arguing to argue because we know that there's no right answer until Lane Johnson comes back.
I mean, what they did in the second half is what they're going to have to do. You have to go Pryor over Dillard. They ran the football better in the second half. They had less sack fumbles. I think 4 out of the 6 happened before halftime. It was unbelievable how this Pryor kid's getting his first snaps, and all of a sudden the offensive line looks better. It just tells you how bad this guy is, man. And, I'm with you. I'm not giving up on him in the future, and I think he's the future left tackle. But he's got to put on 20, 30 pounds, man. He's got people just pushing him around who aren't nearly as big, bro. And it's like, dude, I need you to get a little nasty. I think we got a little bit of Danny Watkins going on mentally here, man.
No, that's a little too far.
He's always
Danny
been
Watkins
graded
was
poorly in run
horrible.
blocking. Run blocking's an aggressive style of blocking. He's always sucked at that. He's never been labeled a mauler or an angry blocker.
No.
He's soft, bro. We got Danny Watkins 2.0.
It comes back to the main issue with this team is these guys identifying talent for this team. You have so many studs. You got that dude out in fucking Indianapolis who is a monster. Why can't we find anybody like that? We found Lane.
We got Lane and Brandon Brooks. I'll give it. Those two are the real deal. Brooks was a free agent.
Free agent from Houston.
Right. He was a free agent. We haven't drafted these guys because Samalo turns into a turnstile occasionally at left guard. He's not known as a mean guy. They don't draft these John Runyon types anymore, man.
No, they don't. Kelsey, he does what he can with his size because it's tough to move dudes at his size. But Kelsey's probably one of the better centers in football. It's just, you're right. Sayamalu, we were high on him at the beginning of the year, and he's turned back into his turnstile self. I'd rather have Wisniewski back. Like, when are they gonna make the call? Be like, Wiz, come on back, buddy.
Right.
We missed.
We got a Jai back, now we got Wiz back. But I mean, obviously
Jai's a whole nother thing.
Right? And obviously the O-line not playing tremendous leads to Carson Wentz's struggles, which everybody's talking about, have been well documented over the last 2 weeks. I put out a bunch of videos on Twitter and Facebook kind of showing you where he's struggled or he's missed. And, you know, my biggest gripe with him, a lot of people are talking about his accuracy issues and his wide receiver help. And, you know, Dan Orlovsky put out a tweet and was on Get Up this morning talking about how the receivers aren't helping him. And I understand all that. I get all of that. It's all great conversation. But at the end of the day, Pags, Wentz is going to have to change his identity as a player for the 2019 version of the Eagles to work. I'm not saying overall as a whole, oh, he's got to be less aggressive, he's got to be doing this, but in order for this team this year, with the people they have on this frickin' roster, he's got to change what he's doing, man. And it's one of these things where on every play, and you know this as a lineman, there's typically a good, better, best option in the passing game. Obviously, there's the go route. Hey, if nobody covers him, throw the ball. Well, if he's covered, then go to the 20-yard out route. And if he's covered, then come down to the 5-yard route. You know, so best, better, good type of thing. And what Carson and this offense are doing right now is Carson is looking at good. He's looking at Miles Sanders in the flat or Zach Ertz on the quick out route. He's saying, okay, that's available, but I'm going to wait to see if better becomes open at that 10 to 15 yard mark, whether it's Jeffrey or JJ, you know, these guys, Mac Hollins, who aren't getting open. So then he goes, okay, better's not available. Let me go back to good. And by that point, good has turned to nothing. You know, instead of giving it to Sanders right away and let him get 4 yards, he comes back to him, throws it to him, and he gets tackled right away for 0 or 1 yards. And I need Carson to be less of a gambling man and just take the good when it's there. Whether better or best or wide open and become available, we know they haven't been, which is why they can't fucking score a point. So just assume they're not and take the good right away, man. Like, just fucking manage the game, check the ball down, take the good, even if the better becomes available 1 out of 5 times, like we've seen the last 2 weeks.
It all sounds well and good, but we know who we're dealing with now, and he's not going to do anything like that. He is big player bust. It's Carson Wentz. He's going to extend. It's all those plays where we're like, ooh, not many people can make that play. If some of these receivers don't show up, and that Jordan Matthews experience didn't turn out the way anybody expected it to. He's already gone. They cut him yesterday. So I just don't know where it's going to come from. I don't think Carson's going to change his ways. I think he's stubborn. I think Doug is probably saying what you're saying, but they're trying so hard not to keep him. They don't want him to lose his playmaking ability that he's shown over the last couple years.
Dude, he doesn't have it. There's no playmaking. They're 8-8. What playmaking? He's not making any plays.
This offense is the most pedestrian offense I have seen in a very long time. And Doug even said it. I want to say like 3-4 weeks ago, where they were like, Doug, like, do they just not know the plays, or why isn't our thing a Whiteside on the field? Do they not know the plays? And Doug was like, this isn't a hard offense to figure out. And it's like, as soon as Doug said that, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Carson needs to understand that this team and these players are not good enough to gamble. It literally comes down to, like, putting it in layman's terms with sports betting now available, the odds of the second and third better and best available are like plus 300, plus 400, and they're that high for a reason, man, because they don't hit very often. So take your minus 110, your favored guy, take the check down, get your 3 yards, make your $7 on your $10 bet, and make a profit and move forward. I need you to throw the check down 3 times, get 3 yards each time, get 9 yards, and punt the football. You know why, Pags? Because all of a sudden, 3 different position groups in that instance are feeling good about themselves. Carson Wentz completes 3 passes in a row. So, okay, he's in a rhythm. This is good. We're feeling good. Oh, look at that. 1 receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back. I don't know. Make something up. The receiver position group is feeling good about themselves because 3 different people touch the football. Oh, all of a sudden the offensive line, Andre Dillard, gets a little confidence. He's feeling good because they just protected perfectly 3 times in a row. Well, no, they didn't. They may have fucked up, but he threw the ball in a second and a half. So it doesn't matter. You're feeling good. You punt the ball. You're coming to the sideline going, hey, we're good. We're moving it. Positive plays. Keep getting positive plays. We're going to score points. Instead, doesn't take the 1, looks at the 2, it's not there, comes back to the 1, it's no longer there, strip sack fumble, fucking touchdown Seahawks. Like, I'd stop gambling, dude. I need you to change who you are and become a fucking game manager. Like, call Alex Smith, call Kirk Cousins, say, how do I do this, bro? How do I win games with shitty players around me? Ask Kirk, he'll know, he'll say, dude, you gotta throw the football. If you don't want to get killed, just throw it away. Throw it into the ground. Just fucking throw the ball. Because these sack fumbles, I can't take.
Just watch Tom Brady 2 weeks ago when you guys played him. That's what he did. He fucking threw it right at the running back sling who was blocking. Because he's like, oh, I'm not going to take a sack here. We'll punt it and get field position. We literally didn't have field position that whole freaking game against Seattle. It was ridiculous.
And that's how you win ugly games. And as a team who over the last month has shown that we have a defensive first team identity, Malcolm Jenkins said it best. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody, or I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it this way. But he said the offense needs to be comfortable with their possession ending in a kick. Whether it's a field goal, an extra point, or a punt, we need their possessions ending in a kick. And I was like, yeah, you do. Just don't turn it over. You're fine. And like field position, cool. Field goal, even better. Touchdown. Holy shit. Look at that. Wow.
I never even heard anyone say it like that. That's a really good point.
Right? I read it and I go, ooh, yeah, excellent, Malcolm. End the possession in a
really
kick.
Good.
Right?
That's
So,
really good, Malcolm.
You know,
knew
but-
I always liked you.
Pags, with that being said, man, 5-6. I've been talking on the Usula media, not to you as much, but I told people this was coming. I said, we're going to lose to the Patriots and Seahawks, and it's not going to matter, because if we win out, we're in. Dallas lost to New England, so I spelled out that if we win out, we split with them, same divisional record. It goes to common opponents. They already have 4 losses. We would have 3 if we were to win out. So boom, we have the tiebreaker. So literally we control our own destiny as you and I talk here on November 26th, as bad as this football team has played.
That's great. And I love the fact that it was the Jets loss. That is the common opponent that has us going towards this.
Yeah, there's been a couple where we've been opposite, but that Jets one is certainly one that stands out.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. I want to say this is a tune-up game for the final 5 games with the Dolphins going into Miami, but dude, we got to figure something out. Or it looks like Alshon and Nelson will be back. Hopefully Aguilar can get a little confidence in his game and not have to take a 6-day hiatus like he did 2 years ago or 3 years ago in 2016.
You don't think the Birds are going to be partying on South Beach here, going to the club, kicking it with Jimmy Butler?
No, fuck that. They better be all business going into freaking this weekend.
It's business. It's business time. Oh, it's business. You know you love it when it's business time.
You know I'm down to my socks. That's why they call them business socks.
So you need the Eagles in their business socks.
Yes. So I need to hammer the Dolphins. I need you to take care of these 2 horrible teams in our division, because make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These teams stink in our division.
Yeah, they really do.
The Giants and Redskins are so bad. We need to freaking handle them.
And the Dolphins are even worse.
Yeah, and then you go in, although the Dolphins did beat the Giants, so there you go.
And maybe not.
So we got to freaking take care of business here. Hopefully.
It comes down to the Dallas game like we said
Yeah,
it would
week
in
16.
fucking March and April, man. You know, we said, it's probably going to come down to that one. Now, did we think it would be the difference between 9-7 and 8-8? No, we did not. Okay, we had 12-4, 11-5. But that was when Deshaun Jackson was supposed to play more than 6 quarters of football all year. I will say that. And I will say I think he could make a 2-game difference if they were to win out, between 10-6 and 12-4. So we shall see.
They beat the Redskins and the Lions with Deshaun Jackson.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at some games going, I think they could win 1 or 2 more if he's in the lineup. But that's football. That's what happens. And we didn't fucking see that happen into a 32-year-old who would have thought? Maybe he gets hurt. I don't know. But anyway, man, like I said, Thanksgiving, controlling our own destiny. Who gives a shit whether it's the 1 seed or the 4 seed, I guess. We got to make the playoffs because Carson Wentz is in year 4, dude, and I need him to have playoff experience at this point.
No doubt. And, yeah, dude, you get to the playoffs. You saw what happened last year. We were a pedestrian football team. We go and make a little run. We almost make it to the NFC Championship game. And not to mention, when the playoffs come around, you could potentially have Deshaun Jackson back for that playoff run there.
Oh,
so,
just stop it.
Man.
Stop it. Just stop. Stop.
Who knows?
Stop
Maybe we'll
doing
go to the
that.
Super Bowl and win it.
Stop doing that with Deshaun Jackson's name. That's slander to the fans, Pags. Giving them hope like that, you are a mean person. You know that?
I'm going to keep it up.
I'm dangling this carrot that has a fucking 1% chance of happening, but if it does, we're going to be really good. Shut up, dude.
All of a sudden, we have somebody we can throw deep down the field to.
Oh,
Let's go, baby. Super Bowl champs.
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable what you're doing right now. It's unbelievable. Oh, man.
It's unbelievable how shitty our schedule is at the end of the year.
Oh, dude, it's fantastic. The past month and a half,
crazy.
I said we got to go 2-4, and I think they did because they beat the Bills and who else? The Bears. So there you go. Worst case, I said 2-4. There it was. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. But, yeah, man, win out. 4 wins have to be there. And then Dallas. I don't think they're going to beat Dallas because they've never beaten Dallas with Dak and all that stuff. But, hey, who knows? You win 3 in a row. You feel good about yourself. Maybe it'll even matter. Maybe Dallas will lose the next 3. They'll still beat us, and we'll still get in at 9-7 because they'll be 8-8. So here we go. Buffalo Bills. Circle those wagons for Thanksgiving Day. Take the 6.5-7. Your Buffalo Bills are going into Dallas and taking down the Cowboys.
Let's get revenge for the 93 and 94 Super Bowl Bills. Come on, man. Let's go for it. Let's get revenge.
If you can't get motivated to beat a team that kicked your ass 4 years in a row, 25 years ago, you're not playing the right sport here, fellas, okay? All right.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Josh Allen, keep killing it for my fantasy team. Big fan of what you got going there. But, yeah, man.
No doubt.
Wrapping it up here, we'll have some articles out this week on tooclosetocallsports.com. That's the new website. It's www.bush. No, it's not. It's www.tooclosetocallsports.com. The number 2 both times. More traffic to the website allows us to talk to more advertisers, allows us to make more money, which allows us to bring you guys better content. So to help yourselves, check out the website. Let us get some traffic. People helping people. Everybody love everybody. Jackie Moon, quote unquote.
ELE, baby. We will catch you guys soon with another Too Close to Call Sports. Later, guys.
Peace.
Eagles by 8. Brady lines them up. He's back again. He steps on. He's hit. He stumbles. He is throwing it deep for the end zone, and it is batted around and incomplete. And the game is over. The game is over. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.